The following program contains adult language, poor taste in jokes, racial slurs, political slurs, slants, and all sorts of things that, if you are sensitive and have a delicate constitution, you should probably go watch Teletubbies. You were warned.
Hey there folks, Blackhawk here. Today I got a little build going on, something on the bench here I wanted to share with you guys. This is the new Tomoquads Xfighter frame. Look at that thing, that's pretty damn badass. As you can see, I've got it most of the way together here, but once it's all finished up, that's what she'll look like. Bam. Pretty darn sweet. Got the camera in the back, which actually I ordered 2 of these frames. Thank you, Tomoquads. And I'm going to do one the way it's designed like this, and then I also want to build one with the camera reversed to where it looks more like a standard kind of quad facing that way. So kind of the yin and yang of the two. So I'm doing this one first and foremost. This is the standard build. This is the way it's designed, and then I'll do the other one later. But just kind of wanted to go over the frame here. It's a very, very neat design. I'm really curious to see how this thing flies and handles. As well as some of the components that I used. I was speaking with a gentleman on the channel here, Paul. If you're watching, buddy, hey man, this is kind of for you. He actually got the same stack that I used in this, and this is the first time I've used it as well. And I told him I'd make a little video. That way, if I fuck something up, that he can learn off my mistakes. So, Paul, if you're watching, here you are, brother. This is the HG LRC stack. It is the Omnibus F4 flight controller with a 28 amp ESC, and it is pinned together. I don't know if you can see those or not, but right there are pins that the flight controller slides down onto, so there's no soldering in between the 2 boards there. You've got your ESC on the bottom, obviously, and then you've got your flight controller, which I've already gone ahead and wired up. And I'm going to go through this here a little bit. Let me see if I can get it in focus. All right. So, for the wiring here, we have the VTX data, our signal line. We have our VTX neutral, our negative. And then here, directly next to that, we have 5-volt for our camera, our signal for our camera, and then also our negative for our camera. And the 5-volt for the VTX, I ran to this little 5-volt pad on the backside here. Now, it does look like there's actually a battery terminal, and on the bottom side, you have RSSI and current. So I think this is actually for your OSD, your on-screen display, to actually monitor those items. So I went ahead and tied in with the 5-volt back here. I could probably have tied in with the 5-volt there, but I'd rather keep one per pad if I can. So on the side over here, you will see we've got our receiver, we've got S-Bus, and then we've on the outside where the white is here, and then we've got our neutral in the middle and our hot on the outside. Very simple to wire up, that's really it. Everything else is standard. We've got our ESC, obviously, everything wired up there. I pulled all of the wires around through the inside, so everything's nice and neat, tucked away. I did twist the wires before I put the heat shrink on, kind of try and give it that look. And then also using the Brother Hobby Returner R3 motors. These are 1106 7100 kV, so this thing should turn out to be a pretty quick little bird. Then obviously got the Caddx. This is the $20 camera that actually has some really nice stats to it. I think it was like 1200 TVL. I think it's 120 degree field of view, something right around there. So really nice camera for the price. Curious to see how that works as well. Using the VTX03, the eSheen switchable, and then that is going to sit actually back here between underneath on these camera mounts. And I did have to Dremel this out just a hair on each side of this camera mount, here and here, for that VTX to slide in. But now it's got kind of a nice little shelf right there. It slides in and it's really snug. Really doesn't move at all. So I don't even know if I'm going to have to do a whole lot of extra securing after I get this thing put together and that slid in. It's a pretty snug fit. So curious to see how that turns out once I actually get this bad boy all finished up. But yeah, just like I said, wanted to kind of go over the build I got going on. Paul, if you're watching, very easy to wire up flight controller, brother. This thing is very simple. I love this HGLRC. If performance-wise and reliability-wise turns out anything like I've seen so far, I think that's going to be my turn to on some of these micro brushless. Very impressed with it so far. So thanks, guys, for watching. I'll put in another clip to this once I get this thing finished up and airborne, after I get it all loaded up with the Betaflight goodness and all that. But I will make another video once I get number 2 going, and do a little update on that one as well. And I'm sure I'll probably end up going with the same stack. Might go with a different camera, do something like a Foxy or something, but definitely going to do some different motors as well. I really like these motors. They seem... It feels like there's freaking sand down in here. These things are freaking, they're gritty, so they're going to have, I do believe, some good torque to them. But I would like to try a different set of motors, just to, you know, kind of see what's out there, so to speak. So, like I said, thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and catch you next time. Check it out. It's finished. Got the Tomoquads Xfighter all good to go, geared up, ready to burn. Got some batteries here. Boom. Only thing I have not done, and I will mention, I need to plug this into BL Heli. I've got motors 3 and 4 spinning backwards right now. So, haven't got her airborne. Everything else is set up. Betaflight, all that good stuff, all that jazz. And on that note, we're going to have a celebratory drink. We got Dandy John's. This is a corn whiskey, white whiskey, actually from the town that I live in here in Ohio. This is from New Carlisle, Ohio. We've got batch 3 from 2016, so a nice good whiskey here. Obviously, nothing under 90 proof. This is 90 proof, so let's go ahead and get a celebratory drink going here. Now, you'll notice I do little pussy half shots, but that's all right. I'm doing shots. So, thanks, guys, for watching. This is a cheers to you. Hope you enjoyed the build video, and yeah. Hope you guys are having fun out there with all these micro brushless, full-size brushless, everything as much as I am, because these things are fucking cat's ass. This is the bee's knees right here, ladies and gents. So cheers to all you out there in Digiland. Woo! I'll put your hair on your balls. All right. So we've got the Tomoquads Xfighter. And as you can see, as previously mentioned in the last clip, got the HGLRC stack. This is the 28 amp ESC with the F4, the Omnibus F4 flight controller. Got the Cadix. This is the Cadix Micro F1 Turbo camera. So this is, again, I think it's like 1200 TVL, something like that. Really nice, solid little camera so far. I really like the resolution and everything, especially for 20 bucks. I mean, you can't beat it. Running the returner, R3 motors, 7100 kV there, and got the VTX 03. That's the Eachine VTX there in the back. If you can see it, bam. And as previously mentioned, I did have to Dremel out a couple small slots here on either side of those camera mount arms. Just shave off a little bit of material there to get that VTX in there, but nonetheless, she slid in perfect. It's very nice. I mean, I can't even pull that thing out of there. So I threw a little double-sided tape on the bottom there for insulation factor. Don't want this thing grounding out or shorting out on the carbon fiber. Also went ahead and used our handy dandy, bam, conformal coat there. Put some on the carbon fiber underneath that and on the board as well, just as a secondary precaution. So this bad boy is ready to go airborne. I can't wait. Oh, as soon as I get those motors switched around. Really can't wait to burn up a couple batteries through this thing and just see how she flies. It is already seems like a mean machine. Now, I did put these are the Hulky props. And what are these? 2040 props. And I'll tell you right now, ladies and gents, this is a tight fit. Look at that clearance. Woo! Doesn't get any closer than that. Bam! Look at that shit. Yeah, that's a tight fit right there. But you know what? She fits perfect. I've put all the props on and idled it in air mode and made sure everything spun freely, and sure enough she does. So it is a very, very, very close call and very tight fit. I mean, I can barely get a hair off my head through there. But nonetheless, bam, look at that. Look at that clearance on that, guys. Yeah. So overall though, nice build. Really like this frame. I'm glad I got a second one because I can't wait to do a number 2 build on this. Like I said, I'm going to switch the camera mount, the angle. This is going to be facing that way. And I'm going to have to finagle something with the antennas, obviously. Can't have them sticking out the freaking side there, out the front and all up in the camera view and all that shit. So I'm going to have to do something with my antennas for my VTX and my receiver, but that's all right. A little bit of finesse and a little finagling. I'm sure I can get that worked out. As you can see, I got the receiver there. Let me pull that off there. You can get a better view. I've got the receiver tucked up underneath here on the top plate. I used some double-sided tape, some 3M there, the black stuff, the really good stuff. Just as, again, a secondary precaution, making sure nothing's going to short out on that carbon fiber. But all the wound wires and different heat shrink ideas and stuff that I used in there made it kind of tight. But you know what? She fit together like a glove, and this bad boy is snug. I mean, that's solid as a rock. So I can't, like I said, can't wait to get this thing in the air. I'm going to idle it up for you guys here, and just so you can see the or hear the sexy goodness out of these motors. These things are freaking badass. Brother Hobby, you guys did a phenomenal job on these motors. I mean, they just sound torquey as hell. It spins the whole bird, bam, whenever you freaking idle it. So check it out. Look at that. I mean, it's gonna spin the, look at that thing. They're so torquey, they move the whole bird. That is a badass set of motors right there. And the funny thing is, I'm not even running the new beta flight on this. This is 3.1.7, I think. So I haven't even done anything with the notch filtering or anything like that. I did change it to 8.8 on the PID loops. It came stock, I think it was 8.4. So I did switch that over to 8.8. Moved around some of the PIDs, some of the RC rates and everything, moved them up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I haven't done anything with notch filtering or anything like that, and that motherfucker's already screaming. So I can't wait to see this thing updated, you know, all balls to the wall and let loose, you know, completely off the chains. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you're looking for a nice solid frame for a micro build, definitely look at the Tomoquads, guys. They've got some really nice products there at really reasonable prices. I mean, look at that thing. That's just fucking sweet. All right, thanks guys for watching. We'll catch you next time. Take care.
Mittens?